Hello, my name is Tanasha Jackson. I attend the University of North Florida, where I'm double majoring Africana Studies and Spanish. I'm driven by a passion to preserve history and honor communities, especially in a time and place where diversity, equity, and inclusion are under attack. In Florida, the stakes are high. As an African American woman from the Gullah Geechee community, I understand what it means to be erased, what it means to live in the shadow of untold stories, and I've made it my mission to make those stories seen. In my community, silence has often been forced. The stories of our treacherous past, our enslavement, our resistance, our contributions, are either glossed over or outright omitted from the textbooks and public memory. But I believe that reclaiming our history is a form of resistance. That's why, through my education, I've begun to fight back, not with bitterness, but with facts, passion, and presence. My Gullah Geechee roots are essential to who I am. We are a coastal people with a distinct language and culture born from resilience, but we're often misunderstood or forgotten. I carry that cultural pride into everything I do because visibility is power. At the University of North Florida, I've worked on several projects that give voice to forgotten histories. One of my proudest academic contributions was presenting a multimedia research project on Axe Handle Saturday, a horrific moment in Jacksonville's civil rights history when peaceful black protesters were beaten by a white mob in 1960. Despite its significance, this event is still not widely taught. I gathered archival newspaper clippings and artwork to show that silence isn't accidental, it's structural, and it's time to break it. But I didn't stop there. Another project that changed me was called Disregarded in Life, Service, and Death, an investigation into the neglected history of Memorial Cemetery, a historically black burial ground in Jacksonville. Alongside classmates, I examined death certificates, burial permits, and site conditions. We uncovered the heartbreaking pattern of environmental racism, systemic neglect, and how often, even in death, black people were segregated and silenced. This project reminds me that historical justice isn't just about the past. It's about to how the past shapes the present, how to keep the past in our memory. Beyond my research, I actively give back in more personal ways. I volunteer in my mom's elementary school classroom, offering translation support for Hispanic English language learners. As a Spanish speaker, I help students and often their families feel more seen and connected towards their education. For many, I'm one of the first people they trust in a system that doesn't always speak their language. It's quiet daily work, but it's life changing. I also created and hosted First Generation Osprey Week at UNF. This initiative is incredibly close to my heart because my own parents were first generation students at UNF. My mom graduated, but sadly my father didn't. He worked full time on trying to finish his degree, but it wasn't sustainable. He put our family first always, and when I came to UNF, I saw his story all over campus, students juggling jobs, caregiving, and school with little institutional support. I knew I just couldn't stand back and watch it happen again. So I organized a full week of programming, speed friending to build community, wellness check-ins, resource guides, scholarships, etc. for students to simply breathe, for students to find the path and someone to guide them. I used everything I had to uplift those who reminded me of my dad. In September of last year, my father passed away. Since then, my work has taken on even a deeper meaning. Every project, every event, every student I support is in his name. I'm building the world he deserved. After college, I don't want to just make it out. I want to change systems that were never built for us in the first place. My plan is to become a civil rights and immigration attorney, helping families who are navigating legal systems stacked against them. While I am not Haitian American, I have deep respect for the Haitian community and immigrant families more broadly. I've seen how difficult it is to fight for your place when the system is built to exclude you. Through law, education, and advocacy, I want to open new doors for immigrants, first gen students, and families like mine, people who have always done the work but rarely had the spotlight. When I, Whether I'm in a courtroom, a classroom, or community center, I will keep showing up not just for visibility, but for justice, not just for survival, but for belonging. Thank you so much for considering my application. I carry my family's sacrifices and my cultural pride in everything I do. From the children I translate for, to the cemeteries I help document, to the students I uplift in my father's memory, I am building a future rooted in legacy, service, and love. I am committed to making sure the next generation feels the same power and possibility.